Across state lines in Iowa, Charles City is continuing to combat water levels. KIMT News 3's Brandon Cote is joining us live from the Cedar River. That's where homeowners are dealing with flooding. Brandon, what's it been like for the community?
Yeah, Jess, the major flood levels here in Charles City is definitely hitting the community pretty hard here. And yeah, I'm just right, like you said, just right next to Cedar River. And I'm standing on the street right here, but this morning, I would have been completely covered in water. And I spoke with some neighbors around the area, and they said as of this morning, the water went all the way up to the driveway right there. But let's take a look at the river here. Now, like I said, it was a lot worse last night, but just to give you a little context. So you see that trail right here, Jess? The trail eventually just gets swallowed up by the water here, and it just completely covered. And where exactly the river starts now is just right past those rocks. Now, like I said, many families and homeowners are being hit hard by this flooding, and especially with basement flooding, including the Harold family who lives just about right here. So Michael Harold, this morning, he talked to me, and he says his grandma lives here, and his grandma noticed last night about the flooding in the basement. Now, he says that there's about almost 2 feet inside the basement there. I went inside myself, and Michael and his brother came over at around 11 o'clock last night, bringing over sandbags to even slow down this flooding. Harold says him and his brother stayed up until around 2 a.m. helping their grandmother, but also the neighbors, to deal with the high waters. He says many other community members also came to the rescue last night.
Everyone really came together as a community. There was dozens and dozens of people sandbagging as far as getting them put together. And so it was really a group effort.
Now, the Harold family is definitely not the only people who are dealing with this flooding. I spoke with several others about this water, and also I do got to point out the smell of it. You would think that the first thing I definitely noticed was how high the water obviously was, but my goodness, the smell is pretty difficult to deal with. So I do talk with many other homeowners. How about now? Can you hear me now? Well, I just wanted to say that I got many more stories coming up tonight at 10 with many community members. So live in Charles City, Brandon Cote, KIMT News 3.
All right. Thanks, Brandon. That is really significant flooding there, and we will look forward to hearing from him later on. Now, the Charles City Police Department says it's opening the Brantingham Bridge to all drivers today.